Hello, 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 hello. Hi guys, she's back. Okay, hold on. Let me just fix this microphone. Otherwise, Kettly, mute your phone for a second. Let me
So
just
what?
get mute the video for a second. Just give me 1 second so I can see what's going on in the chat and flip your screen. Okay, great. Okay, can you hear me? All right, hey guys, Kettly, unmute.
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful. All right, let me put the volume down. Kind of loud on my end. All right, guys. Okay, guys, tonight we have the wonderful, bubbly, gracious Miss Kettly from Haiti on our show tonight. There's a lot of background, there's a lot of feedback.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, sounds like we're in a plane engine.
Okay. Much better?
Yeah, on my end, it's really loud. I can hear you very well.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, guys. So everyone, we're just waiting till everyone comes in. It's a Monday night, so I figured everyone is probably asleep. Hold on. Okay, great. So everyone's coming in. All right, guys. So tonight we're gonna do a show with the vivacious and bubbly Miss Kettly Charles from Haiti. Everyone, welcome Miss Kettly.
And I would
So,
like to take and I would like to take the time as well to say thank you. Thank you so much, Loretta, for having me on. I really do appreciate it. You're such a great person. You have a great personality, and it is. I would have been on a miss out if I did not meet you.
and tell everyone how we met.
We met through search, um, Yahoo,
Uh huh.
from uh, Dennis Amir
Mm-hmm.
on Dennis Amir's channel,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how that family is. And once you part of that global conscious movement,
Mm-hmm.
it's a automatically mystical, natural click. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
we've been on the phone and we've talked like we've known each other for centuries. we've yes,
Yeah.
we've known each other for like centuries. That was wonderful, great conversation.
Yeah, in on this channel, girl, we laugh on this channel, okay? We
Yes,
bust out
we
laughing.
have
We
to.
laugh. Yeah, we laugh. We have fun on this channel. We're like, we don't troll here. So you're not gonna find any trolls here. We really love each other here. So everyone say hi to Miss Kettly. Miss Kettly, tell us where you from. And Miss Kettly has this wonderful, bubbly Caribbean personality that very few I remember this kind of personality growing up in the Caribbean. And then when I went back, the people were totally different. They
Yeah.
didn't have this bubbly personality anymore. And it's so wonderful. And the reason why we clicked is because Miss Kettly reminded me of Caribbean women when I was growing up, just bubbly and vivacious. Tell us where you're from, Miss Kettly.
Yes, I am originally from Haiti. I came to the state when I was 10 years old. I pretty much grew up here. My education, marital status, children, everything is in the state. However, um, being raised by Caribbean women, they're gonna make sure they would always tell us we circumstances. They would all often would say due to circumstances, we're
Yeah.
end up here, and I never understood what they meant about that. Over the years, over the years, it add up. But my mom and my dad would often say due to circumstances, we end up in the United States.
Mm.
But in mind of where you're from and to keep your heritage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is how I am so anxious about that global Black movement, the consciously awaken
Yeah.
movement, and of course 100% Haitian. I think, and not I think I know, I speak more Creole than English. I am barely speaking English in
Check out the
comparison to
comments.
my Creole.
So they're saying in the chat room, they're saying Sank Passe, and then Pelege Larue is from Baidu Mesle, Haiti.
He's from
Ba-
where?
Baidu Mesle, Haiti. Baidu Mesle.
Oh, I
My,
never heard of that out. I never
no?
heard of that area. What part? If Mister College, if you would tell me what area, where is it? Is it the northern part, the central, or the southern part? Because I've never heard of that one before.
So
I've never
hopefully
heard of that
he
one before.
so hopefully he answers.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
he
yeah,
answers.
yeah. He probably answer and say where it's from.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Sweetness says hello. Okay. Pelej said great greetings, great Caribbean sister. Everyone says hello. So on this channel, we call ourselves. Okay, he said it's the southern part of Haiti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Yes.
southern part of Haiti. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So on this channel, we call the Black family the global Black family. Okay, so we call ourselves GBF. So if you hear anyone saying GBF, know that that's what it means. It means Global Black Family,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, so you grew up, you were born in Haiti, you came to the United States at 10, your family gave you the spiel. We know that spiel very well. Due to certain circumstances, you had to be here. But we also tried to maintain a strong family culture. Um,
Absolutely.
And you know, it's so funny because when I was like one of my friends that I went to school with, Marie, was from Haiti, and
Hmm.
she was the first person to cook for me Haitian black rice.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I love it.
Oh my
Yum
God,
yum yum.
I love Haitian black rice. I think I love Haitian black rice more than I love pilau, which is impossible for Trinidadian. I love me Haitian black rice. Anyone
Yes,
ever had
and
Haitian black
Trinidad
rice?
has some great food too. Oh my, I think it's
Oh,
the whole Caribbean.
I think Trinidad has hundreds of dishes. I
And
mean, because there's so many
you know what
people.
amazes me?
Yeah. Mm,
I don't know how to word it. Sometimes when you're in the Caribbean, your parent would make
mm.
anything out of anything, and you're like, "What was that?" And it tastes so good.
So good. You know what it is? It's the seasonings.
Yes,
It's the seasonings. It's
yes,
not the ingredients, it's how they season it. They could
yes,
literally take like rice, and when they're done with the rice, you think it's
yes,
like a
yes,
four
delicious.
course meal. One of
And
the things I Yeah, go
mhm.
ahead, go
And
ahead, go ahead.
that's one thing that my parent insisted to install in me,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
instill in me, was the cooking,
yeah,
was the heritage, the culture. I mean,
yeah.
I left Haiti. I was born in Haiti,
Mm,
and I left Haiti and went to um, Turks and Caicos at the age of 4.
mm,
I
mm.
lived there for like 4 years, and then went back to Haiti, and then came to the state. But for some reason, they listen. When I tell you it's Caribbean family, parenting, they have certain things that they feel like if they could chop your head off to put it in, they will do it.
Yeah, that's
Number
food.
one is
Yeah,
education. They feel
that's
like this
true.
is the only way we're gonna get out of poverty. You're not going
Yeah,
to be rich. You're
yeah.
not going to be rich.
But you're gonna be educated.
You're gonna be educated and you're gonna get out of poverty. That's the
Yes.
only way to get you at the really bottom slum poverty is
Yes.
education. They don't play when it comes to that.
Yeah,
They so
that's yeah.
much don't play when it comes to that,
Mhm.
to the point where even your chores, they don't allow you to do chores on weekdays. They want you to make sure you bring straight A's.
That's funny because we're in Trinidad. When I was growing up, I was the only girl at the time, and I grew up with my aunt. But for me, it was like um, she started to teach me how to cook at 7,
Yes.
and I give this to my aunt. My aunt could cook, like I could recognize my aunt's cooking from like one day. I'll tell you a story. One day she came to the United States, and I came home and I smelled food, but it's like my mother can cook and my grandmother can cook. And I smelled food and I was like, I smelled the seasoning. And I was like, my aunt is here.
Smell that a mile away. Jesus.
Yeah. So then I
Yeah.
was like, okay, let me go taste the food. And as soon as I tasted, I was like, my aunt is here. And my mother started laughing and she walked out of the bedroom and she's like, how do you know I was here? I was like, because of how the food was seasoned. The only
Yes.
person who seasons food like that is you, you know?
Yes.
So yeah, so she started teaching me how to cook when I was 7. But for me,
You
I was
know
the
what?
only
Let me
girl.
tell you something,
Yeah.
Miss Loretta.
Tell me.
You may say that she taught you how to cook at the age of 7.
Mm-hmm.
Many people in the state may not believe it and ask me why, because they're not
What?
familiar with that.
Yeah.
But let me tell
Yeah.
you something. Let me tell you something. It tickles me a lot and brings me back attention. I mean, memories.
Yeah.
When I see the Asian have their kids also cooking at 5 years old and six
Yep.
and 7 years old and
Yep.
three stove rock.
Yep. Yep.
That's the worst thing that you could cook
Yep.
your own. Because
Yeah.
if the charcoal,
Yeah. Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
miss,
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
go step on it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That
Yeah.
happened to
Yeah.
me several times.
And yeah, I
You will
cooked on a
step on the
stove though.
charcoal.
I cooked
You
on a
won't have your
stove.
feet for 3 days to walk.
Oh, yeah. But I cooked on a stove though. Yeah. I mean, when I was 7,
Yeah,
I
I'm
used
just
to prep.
saying. Because
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
they do. That's one thing that they do.
Yeah.
They insisted that you know how to cook and prep food and
Yep.
clean hygiene and
Yep.
all of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness,
That
they're hard on us when it comes to that.
7
But
o'clock.
you know what?
7. Not 7 o'clock.
It benefited us.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like
It makes us
girl.
the person
I
that we
could,
are now.
girl. I could throw down food like it's nobody's business. So
Yes,
7.
I can cook for
What?
two, three, 500 people
What?
with no problem.
Same here. Same here.
Four or five
Same
hundred
here.
people with no problem. Just
Yep.
give me everything and
Yep.
come early, 5 o'clock in the
Yep.
morning. Listen, by one
Yep.
o'clock, everything will be ready.
Oh yeah. Like me. Like I could. That's not a problem. Like at the age of 7, so I started helping her prep food. Um, I really started cooking at like 9 by myself. And at around 9, it's when she was like, no, now you have to start to learn how to wash clothes. So
Yes, they do
yeah, so
that.
I had
They
to,
do
so she
that.
was like, okay, you'd wash your, but I only washed my clothes because
Yeah,
I was like the only girl. So she was
yeah,
like, no, you have to learn how to wash clothes, wash
they
your
do that.
clothes. You have to know how to like like all the usual
Let me.
stuff
Speaking
like
of washing
girls.
clothes,
Yeah.
speaking of that,
Mm,
washing clothes.
yeah.
This is the step that they gave me on washing clothes. Now, my children, I have 5 kids in the state.
Mm,
They wouldn't
yeah, like
have a
cooking.
clue. I mean, they know how to do it, but it's
Yeah.
not like how we were taught to do it.
Yeah.
We were taught to, of course, you separate the clothes, but
Yes.
you not only when you finish a wash, or
Hmm.
you use the wooden thing to beat
Oh,
the
the joking board.
juking board. Not only that, and then they show you to make two rinsing of water.
Yes, what would it? Yes,
One
yes, yes,
water
yes.
you do the first rinsing, and the
Yeah.
second water, girl, have you ever gone to the bush and get lime or citrus or grapefruit leaves and pour in that water as a fabric softener?
White nut.
As a
White nut.
fabric softener. And something and
No.
it kills all the form. It kills all
But
the
yeah,
soap if there's any remaining
it
remaining.
does. It takes
And
out the. But I didn't grow up in the. I didn't grow up in the bush, though. I grew up in the city.
oh, you were in the city, so you were
Yeah,
not in
I
the
was in.
village.
Yeah, I didn't use.
Okay.
We didn't wash by hand. We washed with washing machines.
And
You know,
hand them.
but no. Except there was some things we washed by hands.
Yes,
There
something
was.
you have to.
I think it
The
was like
penny was
I think
everything. Because they said we gotta spot the
yeah,
penny
yeah.
liners.
Yeah, the underwear is what we wash by hands. Yeah, she was like, "No, you always used to wash your underwears by hands." I was just like, your underwears, and then I think your whites. What we would do is
And
we
then
would
another thing
pre-soak the
that you can
whites.
another
We would pre-soak. Did you do this in Haiti? You had to soak the whites, and then
for
you
like two,
soak
three,
the
four,
whites in
five
hot
hours.
water. and in the sun.
in the sun, get burnt water,
And
get hot water,
yeah,
pour on the white.
get hot, exactly, yeah. And you had to let the white soak in the hot sun so that it could turn
Yes,
white, and then you wash it, and then you had to dry it on stones. They didn't used to
yes,
hang up the whites, they used to
yes,
dry it on the stone.
yes. Or
And
and
when you're done,
also,
uh
yes, and
and then
also
when
they would tell us, yes,
go
and also they would tell us,
uh,
do not hang your pennies
you
outside. Make sure you bring all the pennies inside to dry inside.
so true.
Life of the Caribbean. We need to do a video. We need to go to the Caribbean one day and
Yeah,
just walk in the Caribbean and ask
that is
questions to
so
people to do
funny.
these things.
That is so funny because my aunt, it was a big taboo. You
Yeah,
know what?
it was
It's
a
so
big
funny.
taboo. Yeah, with us too.
It was a big taboo in the Caribbean
Yes,
for a woman to have her underwear
out
hanging
and
on the
exposed.
but you know what? You know what? But it's hypocrisy. You know why?
Uh huh.
Because the men when you wash their clothes and their underwear, you could hang their boxers or
Yes,
briefs or
yes,
whatever.
yes.
But it was the big. I can't believe they did that
It
in
was,
Haiti
yeah, they do
too.
that in Haiti. You cannot hang your penny. Your penny's not supposed to be
No,
hanging out
that
too, cause
nope, 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 nope,
no.
nope, nope.
You wash it inside and then you leave it inside.
You dry it inside.
Yeah, or
Exactly.
if
That
you're
is
in the
so true.
village, in the
Mm.
water area, you find a little area, you dry it, and you go pick it up right quick and bring it
Yeah.
inside.
Yep. You never in the Caribbean, you never. And you know it's so funny because I had like for years, I had underwear like hang-ups. Like, even now today, like I don't wear color underwear that often.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Because
know?
we were told to wear cotton. We were also,
Like
these older people, they knew what they were
mm,
talking about.
yeah, girl.
Because I will tell you, they go back to that. Right now, people,
Yeah.
you have to wear cotton. And also, you know
Yeah.
how you brush your teeth with charcoal? They used to tell
Charcoal.
you don't do that, but now they're going back to it.
Yeah.
Colgate has charcoal
Yeah.
in its toothpaste.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. It's so funny because like one of the underwear hang-ups that I mean, we talk about crazy stuff here, but one of the underwear hang-ups that I had is like for many years I never used to wear like colored underwear. I would
Hmm.
only wear like black underwear, and that's for my
Hmm.
aunt because
Hmm.
they would drill in your heads in the Caribbean like,
Yes,
always make sure your underwear is clean,
that
just in
is
case
so
an
true.
accident happens. Always
That's
make sure, like my aunt would always be like, always make sure you have proper underwear on and your underwear is perfect and your underwear is clean, just in case you get into an accident and they have to take off all your clothes.
Oh, they said
So
the same thing to in Haiti. Because you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a young girl that used to always walk and think she could walk, like just walk, and
yeah,
if she misses her underwear, that's fine. And she would wear a short pants. And no, I've heard and you know
yep,
what? Forget about the in Haiti. Any neighbor could talk to. Anytime you're doing something wrong, any neighbor has the right way to go and address you right in the. They don't have to wait for
yeah,
your mom. She would
yeah,
the
yeah,
neighbor would tell her, say, even though you wear pants underneath it, but you need an underwear.
yes,
If
you have to,
something
yeah,
happened to you,
yeah,
you
you
want to be
have to,
protected.
yeah. So they would always be like, so for many years, I only wore black underwear. And I used to be like, why do I only wear black underwear? And now I realize where that hang up came from. It's our underwear culture from the Caribbean
We have
growing up.
another underwear culture too. Yes. You know what another underwear culture? And I'm sure you
Tell me,
may be very familiar with that.
tell me.
When the husband passed away,
Mm.
the wife not supposed to wear any red underwear.
The only reason that is probably true in the Caribbean, but I've never been married. And
Okay.
you know how secretive they are in the
That
Caribbean
is
with
very
certain
secretive
things.
because I didn't know
So
about it
until you
until
got married.
I've heard it once or twice here
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Haiti,
yeah, yeah,
but I
yeah,
did
yeah,
not
yeah,
hear about it until I heard again here again. And I said, wow. And I asked. They said, yeah, it's a tradition.
yeah, 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 yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Like certain things you don't wear, certain things you don't eat,
Hmm.
certain things you don't do. It's just so much like
It's so much. It's so
it's so
much.
much like yeah, mystical culture. So that's some Caribbean
Yes.
culture. Let's read the chat. Let's see what they're saying in the chat room. They're saying, okay, Peler says it's close to Le Caille in Haiti.
Oh, like, oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah, okay. Yes. Okay,
okay,
now I know
okay.
what he's talking about. Because
Yeah.
my ex husband is from Jeremy.
Okay, her
which is next
ex-husband.
to Okai in that same
Okay,
region, the southern region.
Lekai, Lekai. He
Yeah,
said
Lekai.
Lekai.
They call it Lekai
Oh,
because it's
okay.
a lot. But us in Creole, in French, it's a
Oh,
Lekai.
okay,
Yeah, but we call it Okai
okay,
in Creole.
okay.
Hmm.
So then Jane Mojoko says no chores. Wow, in Africa you will do your chores and you must study. That's how I grew up. Like in the morning I had to make my breakfast. I went to school. After school, I did my homework, and then I had to clean my aunt's house. And one thing I hate about Caribbean houses is that in the living room, that was my chores. Do your homework after you come home from school. And then I was the only girl, so I had to clean a three-bedroom house. Okay. The boys were responsible for the yard, and I was
Hmm.
responsible for cleaning the house,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Like the bathroom. My aunt, like like in the Caribbean, the shower is separate from the toilet. And my aunt
Hmm.
had one
Hmm.
huge
Hmm.
shower. So I had to clean the shower, clean the toilet, clean the kitchen, clean the dining room, clean the living room. Then she had a balcony and three bedrooms. And that's like every single day. And you know, in the Caribbean, right?
Hmm.
In the Caribbean, I don't know why Caribbean people are like this. They would have these Chester, not Chester drawers, but these shelves in the Caribbean with thousands of
Oh
figurines.
yeah,
These
they
tiny
love the
little
finger in the China. Yes,
the porcelain child.
yes, they
I
do. And you have to wipe
hate
them
these
down.
things.
Every Sunday you gotta wipe
You
them down, dust them and blah blah blah. And honey, let's God forbid you break one of them.
not
You
my
gotta give a Martin Luther King
oh my
speech
god, I
with a
hated
three
these things.
five seven essay on white
Oh,
patio.
oh my god.
But
No, I had to clean these bastards. I had to clean these bastards every day. Not only did she have like these huge wooden shelves of like 10 like okay, the last two shelves were
mhm,
encyclopedias of which I
uh-huh.
read all of them, three different versions. And then the top three shelves was all these China porcelain.
They love
Okay?
their China stuff.
That's not all. Then they have you know how they have their Christmas
Yeah, oh yes.
dishes.
They have dishes for every ritual. Christmas, New Year, oh, you name it.
Oh my god, I used to have to clean these damn things every single day. I hated this thing, but that's how you grew up in the Caribbean.
That is true. And
When you're a girl, clean everything. Yeah.
in the gentleman name on the gentleman defense, he is
Uh,
right. He's right because you have to go to work and do the chores because your mom and dad
yep.
they rely on you to help around the house
Yeah.
while they go get their daily bread.
That's
But
right.
in some case,
Yeah.
if they think that you're gonna you lack it on your work on your schoolwork,
Um.
then they would give you a pass. It's a pass. It's not something that
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
something that they just let you get away with it. It's just that you got a pass.
Yeah.
Maybe this
Mm-mm.
semester or this month. Okay, we
Yeah.
don't want you to do anything. Concentrate on school because education is so. And I've noticed that it's the same thing in Africa. The African, because here in Jacksonville, Florida, we have about maybe a good 200,000 African here from different tribes, different walks of life, different group, different ethnic city and background. And I've noticed that all of them, they are the same way. Education is a priority. It's no exception to the rules. No exception to the rules. You see, so
Yeah.
I think they feel like and it should be. It should be our hope. That's the only way you're gonna get out of this slum. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that's the only
Sorry,
way
I
you're
was
gonna get out
just
of the slum.
I
To
was
go
just
out there and be productive and do something. Be productive. Be great achievers if you can. Especially whether we want to admit it or not. Since 1970, literally the white man has let us go a little bit. You see what I'm not saying racism are not here. I'm not saying the oppression is not here. I'm not saying that I'm not saying I'm comfortable here in the United States. God knows one of my biggest problem in the state is the fact that I feel like if I don't work, I can't go a month without working. If I do go a month without working, I have a lot of issues. So and whereas in the Caribbean, if you're middle class or you're upper class, yeah, you could ask your boss to give you two months off.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 months, 3 months off. And
Yep.
especially when you give birth, you do get 2 months, 3 months off. They're not gonna
Absolutely.
expect you to go to work 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 2.5 weeks. 12 weeks. No,
Yeah.
did I say 12? Maybe 10 weeks. They're not gonna know. You get as much as you want. But
Yeah.
my African brothers and sisters and the ones that literally come from the Caribbean, the way that they embrace and love education, it's amazing. And yes, I agree with him. You still have to do your chores while you're going to work.
While you go, yeah, you
Some
still have
parent
to
will
do
tell you, some parent
exactly.
will go get you in the middle of the street and tell you go back and go.
Oh, absolutely. That's a big thing. Let's see what else they're saying in the chat room. I
And
just
you
had to
cannot bring
toggle
and
the.
you cannot bring F and you cannot bring bad grades. On top of it, you
Oh,
still gotta bring your good grades.
this is the other thing too, growing up in the Caribbean that I noticed too. I sorry, I just had to toggle the screen because it
Uh-huh.
kept flicking back and forth. On my side, it kept flicking
Okay.
back and forth. So I put it on you, okay?
All right.
So that way it doesn't flick back and forth because I was
Yeah, that's
literally
okay.
like,
That's
yeah,
fine.
all right. It was really
Uh-huh.
literally,
That's fine.
yeah. Yeah, anyway, so like the other thing that I noticed too is like this is another hypocrisy in the Caribbean culture. Now, when you get to like 16 and 17 years old, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with the boys, they could bring their girlfriends home, okay? But I was not allowed to have, I mean, I wasn't even allowed when I turned like 13. My aunt was literally like from 10, 11, 12, 13. I was not even allowed on the front step. Did you
You're not
experience it?
lying. You're not telling a tale. You're not telling a tale. Because in Haiti, this is the
Whew.
norm in Haiti.
Yeah,
You would bring if okay, let's say I have my kids and I'm raising my kids. Everybody knows that I have 5 kids.
yeah.
And I got 3 girls. Let's say my
Mm,
3 girls would think that before they graduate high school, they would bring a boy. They would start dating a boy. It's like they bring. It's so much shame to the family for your
yeah,
friends in the neighborhood to know that your girl is not even graduate high school and she's already thinking about men.
yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's so
So
much
did you have the
shame.
same? Did you have the same culture too in the Caribbean?
Yeah,
Did you
you
had the same
cannot. You
culture?
cannot.
No,
Now I'm gonna tell you, if it's
no,
the
yeah,
boys
yeah,
16 and
yeah.
17, it's not that they're okay with it,
They
but
allow
probably
it.
they handle it different a little bit.
They
But
allow
they
it.
would always encourage him to wait until he graduated high school because they're
Yeah.
like, no, if you should get pregnant, how are you gonna take care of her? How
Right.
you gonna
Right.
do
Right. Right.
this? How
Right.
you gonna do that? You need to be married. You need to do this. You need to do that.
Yep.
But the girl, they so overprotective of the girls. They would sit down and tell the girls that you bringing shame to us for my friends and family to know that you're not even yet leaving high school and you already they'll tell you straight up forward like hardcore word like now you want man.
Yeah. 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 Listen,
That's
you're
like that's
fast.
what you want. They say,
You're
well, you cheaper.
fast.
They'll say, oh, you would cheaper leave high school. Just go to him. Just get out the house and go.
Or you're fast. You're fresh. Or you're quick.
Hey,
You're
that's
fast,
a
fresh,
big
or
one.
quick.
You know what you just mentioned?
Uh,
Your mom and the female family and the family would say, we have, even if they were, they would still deny it and say, we have, you the fastest girl that we've
yep.
known in the family.
Yep. Yep. You're fast. You're fresh, or you're quick. That's what they call you. Fast, fresh, and quick.
Yes, 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 yes,
It's
yes.
the same.
Growing up
I
in the, you know what?
mm,
We really need to do something growing up in the Caribbean. Maybe one day we need to go to the Caribbean and find to find out are they still doing these things?
I went back to no in Trinidad no maybe Tobago but Trinidad no Trinidad is modern like New York.
Yeah. Well, that's what most of my friends tell me. They're like,
Yeah.
Kettly, Haiti is not what it used to be.
Dude.
Haiti, everybody. As a matter of fact, this is one thing I've noticed about Haiti as well. They
Mm,
said now in Haiti,
uh-huh.
everybody know like a good amount of English sentences.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not something that was practiced in Haiti because
Yeah. Yeah.
in high school you have to take language before you graduate, and
Yeah.
every time, all the time, the Haitian always lean towards
English,
Spanish
Spanish. Okay.
because they're very similar.
Yeah.
Never ever English. But now it
Now
flipped. It switched.
It
Right
makes
now,
sense.
nobody takes want to take Spanish anymore. They're
Mm.
they're switching to English.
English, that
So
makes sense. Yeah.
absolutely. So you're right. So things has changed a great deal.
Oh yeah, in the Caribbean, they're
Yeah,
like,
things has changed.
and now the Chinese are in the Caribbean. So
Oh,
so the other question I wanted to ask you was, what is your perception on this age old visiting the African continent, building bridges with the African continent? Like we in the Caribbean, we've had a long, unbroken history. In Trinidad, I know for a fact, because in Trinidad, every year African delegates come to Trinidad. Every year, Trinidad has relationships with African countries, mainly West African countries. I don't know about East African countries. But because Trinidad is an oil producer, all the OPEC countries they're a part of. You see what I'm saying? They're oil and gas countries, so they have a strong relationship with all the other oil and gas countries. So we always had a long-standing relationship. So what's your take about the spur of activity is mainly being spearheaded by America, but we were born in the Caribbean. We know, we know we've had a very long history with the African continent. So what's your take on this whole moving back to Africa, developing trade, relationships, exchanges, starting businesses, possibly living there, intermarriage? What is your take on this?
well, to also show our Haitian affiliation with Africa,
Mm,
we've not Haitian may not the older Haitian, not the younger
mm,
Haitian like our age. The older Haitian may not say, "Hey, I'm gonna go back to Africa," but we've always known that we were from Africa. We've always had an affiliation with Africa. As a
yeah,
matter of fact, anytime that the Western get to Haiti from whether they're from Europe or from America, most of
right.
their documentary have always stated that the Haitian people are like 99.9% still behave and act like African. And
Yeah.
in 2004, when we were celebrating our 200 years of independence, it was a mighty group of Africans from like
What?
the west part of
Right,
Africa.
right. Western,
Yeah,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
they
yeah.
love, yeah, the
Yeah,
west
yeah,
part. They're
yeah,
very
yeah.
active into
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Caribbean.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
went and
Yeah.
it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
gives
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah,
goosebumps.
yeah.
You should see that. You know what? They
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
little stuff that Haitian people don't do. Like for instance, you know how they take the money and they throw away on people?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we kind of don't
Mm.
do that. And you know how
Yeah.
they touch themselves and touch each other and touch themselves and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
blessing you. We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
start
yeah,
to
yeah.
bless people like that. Because we're so Western now, we don't
Yeah,
bless.
yeah.
They were blessing.
Yeah.
You know, say, oh my God, look how they blessing this, and they it was the ritual was so beautiful.
Yeah.
So indeed, now that I understand our grandparent parent that are now in 70, 80,
Yeah.
the only thing they can do is clap for us who are in the 40s, 30s, and 20s.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
clap for us for to motivate us because keep in
Yeah.
mind, they have always tell us this is our home. This is our home. This is Africa is our home.
Yeah.
So um I will tell you what I don't want to get into the politic part of it because the politic part of it is very huge. Because China,
Yeah.
after China's 45 years of tortured slavery, not physically from the West, but mentally from the West.
Right.
After so many things that they've been through, and they thought that they could have used them as a industrial hub, okay, to
Yes.
manufacture everything. Like they were idiots. They're
Yes.
not idiots. Our African president may be idiot, but them
Mm.
Chinese are not idiot. So
No,
what
they're
the
not.
Chinese did, the Chinese learned all the technology, the general manager, the employees, everything. But all I can tell you is that the Chinese um swear, they swear that they will not go back to that poverty.
Yeah,
So now
that's
they
for
want
sure.
equal
Yeah.
rights. They want equal rights with Europe, with with the United States, which they smart. They're very smart. They know the only way to gain equal rights in the United among the big bulldog, the big
Super
dogs.
superpowers.
You would have to have a strong army. You have to have a strong army. They built their army. They got their missile. They got their
Navy.
nuclear weapon. They got
Their
everything.
navy.
So that means they are what? Like right now, European cannot look down on them. America cannot look down on them because what? And I'm gonna tell you, my sister, if the Chinese are big, bad, and bold about Venezuela, what do you think that they're gonna be about Africa, which is like Venezuela cannot compare. Venezuela's oil, Venezuela's gold cannot compare to the resources that we have in Africa. And
We
if
know,
they're
but
ready to fight
what
for
we do know,
Venezuela, if they
we
are
know
ready to fight,
this,
huh?
we know this. They will never colonize Africa.
They would
You
not,
don't get
not,
what
yes, I agree with you. They will never colonize
they
Africa.
can have. They
Instead,
can
they
have their
would want
plans,
Africa
but they
to
will
be an
never do it.
ally. They would want to be Africa to be a partnership.
It's
As a matter of fact, did
no.
you
They
know
have no,
that
no, no. They have plans to colonize it. But
they
they
do,
have
of
plans.
course they're going to have
They
plans to
have
colonize it.
they
You're
have
right.
plans to colonize it,
But
but
it
their
will
plans
not
will
happen. It
fail.
will not happen.
No,
No,
absolutely.
no.
No, no,
Because
no,
right
no
now,
fourth round of colonization.
but one thing I will
First
tell
the
you about the
Arabs.
Chinese, one thing about the
Uh,
Chinese right now, they are the only
uh,
group in the world
mm,
that really want Africa
mm,
to unite. One Africa, one this, one
mm,
that, and then when Africa get
mm,
its head together, they will bring the missile.
mm.
Because I will tell you, Africa will never ever be respected in the world. It doesn't
I
matter how
agree.
much Africa say, I don't want you to come and take my resources. I want to have control of my resources. Listen, if you don't have weapon rules. If you
That's
don't have
yes.
missiles, you don't have nuclear weapon. You're not like your counterpart. It doesn't matter. You could have 6 billion people. You could chant and blah 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 all day long. That's why European and American have always tortured and abused Africa. But now Africa is getting a little respect because China shows that we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We're here to
It's
stay. And
Marie Antoine. Marie Antoine just said, "I just learned that Haiti is a part of the African Union."
yes, it is.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
I
that is
just
so
want you to
true.
know that.
And then one
Yeah,
of the things like
and just to be aware that the sixth region, it's not just Haiti. Let's clarify that. The
yes,
six regions. There are six regions of the AU. Okay,
yes, the Pacific.
it's it's north, south, east, west, center, and the Americas.
Yeah, Ariana had stated that everywhere there is a group, a large
Yes,
amount of melanin people, they're
is
part of it.
considered part of Africa. So
Yes,
let's make that clear. So it's not just that. It's not just Haiti. It's the Americas. That
it's the
includes,
America. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
blacks in
in
diasporans in
America.
Canada,
Yes,
in the United States, in Central
Europe,
America, South America, and the Caribbean and Europe.
Asia,
So
and the Pacific.
yeah, wherever there are black people, we're
Wherever they, yeah,
considered
she did say that.
the sixth region. Yeah, so
Yes,
that's
and
important.
then
So what do
yeah,
you
you're
think
right that you
about
got it into six region.
yeah? So what do you think about like going to the African continent and buying land, starting a business? What do you think about this?
You're saying that right now. I'm having goosebumps. I'm having seriously. I'm
Tell
having
me.
goosebumps.
Yeah,
You know
tell me.
why I'm having goosebumps?
Mm, tell me.
I'm trying not to shed tears over that because I'm so passionate about it. I'm praying
Yeah,
to God that I don't have shed tears right now. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. No, Cheyenne, can you see me?
it's
Oh, Miss
dark. It's
Miranda, can you
dark.
see me?
It's dark.
Yeah. Hurry up, Cheyenne. Come put help me with the light. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, just 1 second. I don't want to lose the audience. Fix the light for me, baby. Oh, I'm moving so much. I think I need to be plugged. Is that plugged?
Huh? Yes, I blue.
Mm-hmm.
If you put them there and just push that little cord in.
Oh, right here?
Both of them. Okay, now just
Okay. All right. I'm
Okay, much
sorry.
better.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry, my beautiful audience. Y'all know
Oh, by
I
the
just
way,
do this
before
on
we
my phone.
forget, shout out your channel. So Kettly just started a new channel, and I want you guys to go on her channel. So please shout out your channel, Kettly, so we can go there and
Yes,
support
the
you.
channel is under my first name, my last name. It's
Okay, let me write that.
Kettly Charles.
Okay.
Yeah, Kettly Charles. KettlyCharles. Yes, going back to the African, going back on the continent. Way before my sister,
I'm
way
listening. Yeah.
before I find out that the Chinese have done so much, the amount of things that the Chinese have. I'm not saying the Chinese are good. I'm not saying they are white savior stuff.
Right.
I'm not saying that there's no. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, what I am saying, and what most Africans will agree to, is the fact that the Chinese have been in Africa with since 2006, developing Africa since 2006. The amount of
Yes.
stuff that they've done, the amount of
Yes.
stuff that they've done with the infrastructure, with
Yes.
hospital, with
Yes.
theater, with everything else. I mean, they said, what were the white people are doing there? They said, what were they doing for 80 years?
Bringing Jesus and instability.
Cousin, you know that Jesus stuff? That Jesus stuff,
Bringing
I don't
Jesus and
even want to go. That's another
instability.
story. That's another thing. We're going to have to do.
Bringing Jesus and
Yeah.
instability. Hmm?
Yes. Because so the Chinese were like, what have they done? And when you're going through the TV, when you go through to YouTube or you go to those CTGN, when you go to CTGN or you go to YouTube, for you to see the highway, they have buses like New York,
Yes.
they have subway like New York, and not only
My
in
only
South
thing,
Africa.
my qualms, I have two qualms with the Chinese, two issues with the Chinese. Now, I know about their secret agreements, okay? About their secret agreements to take the continent, which they'll fail. My two issues with the Chinese are this: the types of loans that they're giving the African governments, those loans are worse than the loans from the IMF.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I agree with
Okay,
you. I
right?
agree with
And
you.
yeah, those loans are worse than the loans from the IMF. That's the first thing. The second thing that I don't like is that the inflated prices, the stipulations that comes with those loans. Let me give you an example. When they dismantled manufacturing in the West and they moved it to China, the Chinese were very clear on how they were to do business in China. The Chinese said very clearly, come in, bring in manufacturing, but when you come in, Chinese people will work in your executive office, Chinese will work as managers, and Chinese will work as employees. The Africans are borrowing these loans, which are worse loans than the IMF. And not only that, when they can't pay, the Chinese are literally seizing assets.
Like they did
Now,
Sri
the
Lanka.
Chinese in
I don't know if you know
Africa,
Sri Lanka. They did that to Sri
of
Lanka.
course, yes, I do. Yes, I did. Yes, it's not just Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
It's all of Asia.
Asia,
They
all
put
of
in
Asia.
debt.
Yeah, they control the.
It's
That's
all
some
of
gold
Asia.
there. They control the port and control
Yeah,
the people.
it's
You're
all
right.
of Asia. Yeah, it's all of Asia. They put in debt, and they secretly bought Guyana for 55 billion. The Guyanese people don't know that they no longer have a country. But get this. The second issue that I have is that when the Chinese go to Africa, the African governments are borrowing this money, but they're not saying to the Chinese, listen, Africans as executives, Africans as managers, and Africans as employees. They're not doing that. What they're
That
doing
was an
is
issue. They're
trying,
working on it, my sister.
they
You're
better
not
change
lying. You're
it.
not telling no
They
tales.
better
But it
change it.
has
And
always been like that. But
this
now,
is
I'm gonna
why
tell you about a year ago or two.
tell me.
About a year, you're not lying. You're not telling no tale. You're telling absolutely truth. Because
Hmm,
I've seen several documentaries on what you're saying.
yes.
That where to the
Yes.
point that they even have the army there. Why do we need the army there?
Yep.
If they have the army there, you're right.
Yep.
But they so much hell has raised against the African government. Now
Yes.
they want to do things a little bit more transparent. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's for the
Yeah.
website. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm just letting you
Because
know.
those the stipulations of those loans,
Yes.
are so
Yeah.
bad. And when you trace where the Chinese are getting those loans, let me tell you something. When you trace where the Chinese are getting those loans, the Chinese are not just getting those loans from their development bank. You know where those loans are coming from? They're coming from the IMF.
Oh
The
yeah.
loans that the Chinese are giving to the African governments are coming from the same IMF. And the
Yes.
Chinese are basically brokering IMF loans that the Africans couldn't get from the IMF because it
Yes.
would
Cause
put the
yeah, they could.
economies in
You're
debt.
right. They couldn't get it.
Yes,
I've seen a documentary on that.
yes,
They could not get the loans on. They couldn't. Yeah. They couldn't
yeah.
get it.
So the Chinese, because of their stable economy, large GDP, they're able to borrow these loans. They're getting these loans from the IMF and then in turn giving those loans to the African governments. But again, it's the stipulations is what I don't like about those loans. And those stipulations are basically they're basically practically slave loans. But I don't want to talk about China and what they're doing in Africa. So, what is your position about? What is your idea about building a bridge from the Caribbean, from the Americas to Africa? Personally, for me, I'll tell you this: I'm interested in going to the continent. I definitely want to go to Namibia, but I say, you know what? Let me try out Nigeria first. Let's see if the people in Nigeria are nice, they're hospitable, they're welcoming. See if there are any business opportunities
They're
there.
gonna
We,
always they're gonna always want to see their sister, honey. Now you know that.
yeah, yeah,
They're
oh
gonna
yeah,
always want to see their people.
yeah. But I'm not going there to party. I want to see like what can we do in terms of setting up
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
businesses and stuff
Hmm.
like because you know what I do? I do herbal baths, and I
Yes,
want to
yes.
bring that back to the continent.
Yeah,
I
because
want to
they're
do that.
losing that. They losing it. And
Yeah.
the older generation are dying. And the new generation, all
Yes.
they know now is popping pills. And let me tell you, the Chinese will have pills for them to pop and go see Jesus. And next you know, China will be like the human
Yeah, but
civilization
this is
came
the
in
thing.
China.
This is the thing. Because of this white Jesus, right?
Yeah,
Because of the white Jesus, a lot of their African medicinal practices they're losing.
they're
With the
losing it.
Chinese, but with the Chinese coming in and the Indian coming in, you're getting
Yes,
Chinese medicine and you're getting Indian Ayurvedic medicine.
yes.
I'm like,
And then most of the time, there are fake medicine just to kill them.
you understand? So I'm like, why you have this already? So what I want to do there is I want to do my herbal baths there on the African continent, and I want to see, okay, what markets do we have here? Would people be open to it? Would they be, can they afford it? What's so I'm going there. So I'm thinking, I wanted
People
to do
need to get
Namibia
back to
first.
that. I am a firm believer.
Yeah.
I am a
Oh yeah.
nurse. I'm a
Oh
nurse,
yeah.
and I will
Oh yeah.
tell you, before I pop any Western crap and put in my mouth, it'll be the last thing I do. Listen, I go to the farmer's market and get my sourcey.
Uh huh. Oh
I
yes.
Girl, I go and get my aloe vera.
Yeah.
I go and get my ginger. I do my little whatever I can do. I do it before I pop a Western pill in my mouth.
That's right. That's
I do
right.
it before I can what? Mm-mm. But yeah, my sister, going back to the issue of the continent, um, I'm not saying the Chinese are right or wrong. I don't want to get it too much into the politics because the politics will take us forever to talk about because
Oh
it's so
God. Yeah.
deep. You see what I'm saying? But overall, for the past 12 years,
Uh.
everybody's seen that whether the Chinese going to own Africa, whether
They're not.
Africa won't be able to pay the Chinese back. I
They're
don't know
not.
what the circumstances is, but one thing we all can see, they have work. They have
Yeah.
work. They have
Yeah.
work.
I look my
We
and oh,
cannot deny that.
one of the other issues is this. The other issues is this. The inferior quality products
Oh,
for the
I watched
over
that. I watched
for the
know that.
for the over inflated
Oh
project
man,
budgets and the
yes,
inferior quality
yes,
products. They're
my
not
sister.
getting and they're not getting value for those tools. But I don't even want to talk about the Chinese.
But
I don't want to talk
yeah,
about
my
African
sister.
politics.
Joe
What
Jack.
do you and I can do? What
Yeah,
people
Joe
like
Jack.
you and me do?
Yes.
That's
They
what I
are
want to know.
working on that, and they are working that because a lot of Chinese
Uh,
got in prison, got arrested for that. Because I used to think it was China in general. No, it was corrupt company in China that were doing that, and they were getting away with it.
yeah,
And there's
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
work to be done. So that means you're right. We cannot stay focused on China and Africa right now. But what we
Yeah.
can, yeah, because there's a lot
What
of work. The
can we
politics
do?
is it's crazy. I mean, it's a lot, but the overall picture or view, I would tell you, they slowly putting the country, the continent into Western development for it to be as
Yes,
equal as China, as equal as
yes.
Israel. And now it's going to be up to them, the government, to unite. It's going to be up to the government to insist that we
It's
need to have
coming.
missile. We need to be and UN. We need to be like you, because first of all, we're bigger than you. We're big brother. We're bigger than you. We got more stuff
Yeah.
than you. Why do you put
Yep,
us
yep, yep.
behind? So
Yep,
that's
yep, yep,
another
yep, yep.
story for another day.
So my
But
question is, what do you as an
yes,
individual,
what do
aside
I
from
think?
the dirty
Yeah,
politics and all these things, because
yes,
listen, the more money when it comes, I don't want to talk about the Chinese and governments and this and that. what do you as a person like? Do you want to move to the continent? Do you want to own a home there? Do you want to buy land? Do you want to start a business? Like, what do you envision you doing within a year or so? Me personally, I want to visit a couple countries. I'm really interested about looking at. I have several projects that I'm working on that I'd like to see on the continent. I told you guys before. One is the carnival. Two is the eco villages. Three, I'm not talking about it yet, but I redesigned a specific form of transportation for the African market. And but on the ground first, to get access, what I'd like to do is I want to start selling my herbal baths on the continent itself. So my agenda is how can I go there, get land, own a home, and then get my foot on the ground. That's something that I want to
Yeah.
do, and I'm looking to do
Okay.
that within 2, 3 years. What do you
Yeah.
think you're gonna do?
Yeah. Let me put mine in a nutshell. Mine on a nutshell is that going back to what I was saying, I am not comfortable here. Way before I found out about the Chinese, way before I found out about Africa and all the marvelous stuff that they're doing over there and how Africa is so advanced and all that good stuff. Way before I found out about that, I mean, I love the United States. Yes, the United States has done a lot of stuff for me because perhaps if I were in my country, due to
Wait,
their
hold on,
export, due to their
hold on.
export, huh?
The live feed. They said the live feed stopped. Keep talking. Keep
Yeah.
talking.
So due to their exploitation of my country and stealing our resources and putting puppet government in and all the corruption that they've been doing since 1915, they made Haiti a hellhole, a little island that used to be pearl of the island,
Yep.
a little island that used to, everybody wanted to go and visit, where all the season of the world is there. I mean, it's always feel good to be in Haiti. They put it upside down. I felt so fed up with the American system of the way of corrupting, my little island. I always felt like, you know what? Even if I retired here, even okay, my sister, even if I retired here with $2,500 a month, which I'm not even sure I'm gonna get. I'm not sure. It might be less. It might be a little bit more. I don't know. I won't be able to
Yeah.
survive in the United States
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
be able
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
most definitely, yes, yes, indeed. I am looking into Africa.
Yeah.
I want to go with I want to work hard, go to Africa and open up a little business, and perhaps
Yeah.
in the future open up a retirement like a
Aging home.
assisted
Yeah.
living for
Mm.
people who
The
have,
elderly.
for the diaspora who has parents that are aging that want to spend their last day
Mm.
in the country, or
That
almost
sounds
like
like
a
a
boarding
great
house.
idea.
They could come 3 months and go over there 3 months. Like I want to open like an assisted living for the elderly.
Okay, so
Hopefully in
Kettly
the
is
future,
saying
because I'm a nurse, so that would be a good thing for me.
that is excellent to hear. So Kettly is saying because we have a lot of aging uh, blacks who are on retirement and they're getting their pensions, and their pensions can't go very far in the West. And they would also like to live in a place where it's safe, where they have people who are knowledgeable about, like Americans or Caribbean people. And they're saying, so what Kettly is saying is she's saying she would like to do something that would merge the aging people in the West in the continent of Africa where they can have a safe place to live and spend the last of their days. And I think that is a tremendous idea, Kettly. I think that's a great idea because
Thank you.
I notice a lot of people who are getting older would like to live on the continent, but it's just a matter of finding the right country, having the right place to live, that
Yes.
kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and,
Because
and still
yeah.
having the comforts and have their money. Their money.
Yes.
The issue is when you're on a pension here in the United States, that money doesn't go far. But if you
Yes.
collect a pension here and you live on the continent, your money can go much further. That's a brilliant idea. That's a
Yes,
brilliant
indeed.
idea.
And I've had several on other channels. I've heard several Black American that would say, even though that they don't have any just like us, because we don't have anybody in Africa. But
Right.
if there's a setting that they can go
Yeah.
to and stretch
Yes.
the
The
one
dollar.
thousand $200 that they're
Yeah.
giving them, the
Yeah.
900 that they're giving them, because with
Yeah.
$900 a month in Africa, I know for
Yes.
sure. You
Yes.
can have two, three made. You
Yes.
can,
You
it
can live
can
well.
really go real far. Eat
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
Eat
yeah,
fresh
yeah,
vegetables. Eat
yeah.
fresh food.
And in certain countries, if you're looking at countries like, okay, maybe a Nigeria, and certain West African countries, it might like a Ghana, it might be more difficult. But if you're looking at like a more stable, lesser known African countries that are stable, that $900 a month, you could live like you could live pretty well.
My
That
sister
is, that is a great, great idea, and I think that's something you should really, really focus on
work
doing.
into. Yeah, and I will tell you, my sister,
Yes,
the Caucasians, they have been doing it for years. When they get their little retirement, they'll get a trailer in the state. Okay,
yes,
so
and
whenever there's a problem, in South
yeah,
America or wherever they're
yep,
in Africa or Asia,
yes,
they can run to that trailer.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and then they live
Backup
in
plan, yeah,
large. They
yeah, yeah,
live
yeah.
in large.
Girl, let me show you this, guys. Let me show you my new eco home design. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna take you off from sharing the screen,
Hmm.
and I discovered I've been researching this one. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen for a second,
Uh huh.
and I'm gonna show you guys this. Okay, you gotta check this out. You gotta check this out.
Hmm.
I'm always hitting you guys up with facts.
That's the only way.
These are Quonset hut homes, okay? And you can literally build one of these for $15,000. Can you see my screen?
Wow. No, I still see me there.
You still see you?
Yes.
Did I share the screen? I think I did. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Oh, give it a second.
Okay.
It says screen is sharing. I don't know why it's not pulling up. I wonder if it's just the lag
Yeah,
time.
because I'm still there.
Okay. Okay, you can't see the house. Oh, what's going on? I'm sharing the screen. It says here screen share. You still don't see it? That's crazy.
Mm-mm.
Its screen is shared. Let me see. I stop presenting. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know why it's not sharing. Right, but that's crazy. Okay, so I just stopped sharing the screen. Let me see if I could try to do it again. All right, let's see here.
Now you pop up. Now you there.
Yeah, let's see if it's sharing now. I'm watching. Yeah, there you go. Okay, guys, so
Yeah,
check
there it
this
is.
out.
Yes.
This is a cone set hut.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yep, and
When I'm back now, I'm back. Yeah, there it is.
you can literally buy it. It's called a cone set hut. You can buy the smaller versions are as cheap as like $3,000.
You what? You
Or
let me tell you, my sister.
the more expensive versions go up to like $15,000. You can buy something like this, prefabricated, where you put in the sides, the glass windows you have to put in, and you can literally build this kind of home for like 15 grand. Go ahead, Kettly.
My sister.
Tell me.
America would never go around. I will do them that favor one day. One day I will do them that favor. Go
Uh,
around, go to all the trailers and put it on YouTube. America would never go on around and put its trailer on YouTube to show how people are living in America. And ain't nothing wrong with trailer. Don't get me mine. A lot of them are very comfortable. Don't get me mine. But like Akon said, there's something called country integrity. They
yep.
will never show you the bad part of America. They will
Oh,
always show you the beautiful part of America. Now
absolutely.
I'm looking at what you just showed me.
Absolutely.
Africa, um, for many, many, many years, We've always stayed in hot house, no problem. And what you're telling me, what you're showing me right now, is amazing, beautiful. I mean, and that's as a startup, anybody can do that as a startup.
Yep.
If you really want to get up and out of here, like those 8 months over there, 4 months here, 9 months over there, 3 months here, just so you could get yourself together. That's not that's beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would not show you that they are staying in hot house. I mean, in trailer. But what is the difference between a trailer and a hot house? There's no difference between a trailer and a hot house. But
No,
they'll talk down your
yeah.
hot house.
No, this
They'll
is
talk down your hot house. So what you just showed me here, listen, if
look
it
at
takes
this.
for you someone to get into one of these things, to get onto their feet, I don't see anything wrong with it. Oh, they're beautiful.
Look at this. And you can design it. The shell comes that way, but you could do your interior design and your side walls whichever way. Of course, you can do it in Jamaica. All you got to do, and you can just get the shell of it. I've been searching around for prices, and something like this shell, the arch itself, not with the glass panes, that's extra. Something this size would be like $15,000.
No difference than them trailers. Trailers, some you find some trailers for up to almost $80,000.
Yeah, but this
So
is like fifteen
yeah,
thousand dollars, and you can make this look like a very expensive home.
yes, yes.
Okay, so
We're gonna
guys,
listen, my sister. We're gonna have to make it work. Our
of
people,
course,
you're in America. You go get the education. You still trying to steal from Peter to pay Paul.
yep,
You don't get the education. You still stealing from Peter to pay Paul. You okay? They claim that when you're putting money away, when you retire, they're gonna give you $160,000, $170,000. That is no money for you to retire with. That
no,
money, that's no money at all. No
that's
money.
no money, no, none at all, none at
And
all. No,
if you have that house, if you have that kind of money, you gotta make sure your house is paid off.
yep,
And even if your house is
because
paid
yeah,
off, taxes and insurance will take a good chunk out of it.
absolutely, and not just taxes and insurance. You have community boards that you have to pay for as well.
If you're in a
Like if you have
subdivision,
yeah, if you're in a subdivision, you have to yep. There's a lot of things, guys. Owning
you
a
know what,
home
guys, I'm
in the
not gonna lie to
US
you
is
guys.
extremely, and let me tell you a secret about the rich. The wealthy people, or the money hustlers, people who hustle and make money, they rent homes,
Yes,
because to
yeah,
them a home is a liability.
yes,
They rent homes.
yes.
Okay, it's good to own a home, but owning a home is not cheap. In the
No, it's not
West,
cheap,
it's not
especially
cheap,
in
and
the United States. Especially in
and
the United States.
even after you pay off the homes, taxes, you
Yeah,
still have to pay
my mother,
taxes
that's
on
what she
it.
was going through. My mother
Yeah,
was paying almost $500 in taxes, $400. I'm lying, $5,000 in taxes, and 3,000, almost $4,000 in insurance.
yep,
So that means
yep.
every year she had to pay like almost $10,000 in taxes and insurance. But where I was told, I don't know how true is that. You guys gonna have to do your own little research. But I was told in certain part of Africa or certain country in
Uh-huh.
Africa, once you buy the house, it's paid for. You have no more
Yep.
taxes to pay.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And that's why I'm like, guys, really, really think about this. Personal for
And
me, I'm like, if I
I got
find
to. I'm not gonna stay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am not. I've already never wanted to. I was thinking about going to Chile or going somewhere in South
yeah,
America because
but
I just
Chili's
there's no way
Chili's
I'm gonna
cold.
stay in the United States, and
It's too
I barely
expensive.
cannot.
It's too expensive. It's really, really, really too expensive.
Yeah,
And not
because
only
you're right.
that,
Chile is the
wages.
America, the America of South America.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's Chile is very cold, but the
Yeah.
wages in the United States hasn't grown with inflation. The only people whose wages has changed are executives. Their
Hmm.
wages has grown I think it's either 300% or 3,000%, but the average person's wages has not moved a fraction of a percent.
My
Okay, think
sister,
about that. It's
I have a,
crazy.
yes, I have a friend. She made 80 plus $1,000 last year,
Uh,
and she said, my dear, all I remember that year I did was pay my light bill, pay my phone
yep,
bill, buy food, pay my
yep,
car note.
Yep.
I have zero
Yep.
money in the bank. See, I
Yep.
couldn't even put $200 away
Yep.
because when something goes wrong, you got to go back to your saving and get it
Yep.
together.
Yep. Yeah. So it's guys really begin, and these are topics. These are not things you should be thinking about when you're 38 like me.
Oh,
These are
shoot.
things you should be thinking about. You should really be thinking about when you're like really honestly when you're like 14 years old. If you have kids, you got to really start drilling into them. Like, look, finances when you get to like
Yes.
38 years old, it's very difficult to like turn the
Yes.
tide on finances, seriously, you know okay, so Mind Over Matter said Tunisia is a cheap place to live. I would love to live in Tunisia. I would love to live anywhere that's cheap, but I
Me
just have a
too.
rule as a woman about living in Arab countries,
Oh
or,
yeah.
or
Oh no.
Islamic countries.
No.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing Islamic countries.
Yeah, you're right.
Uh,
I would not want to move in
no,
Morocco and all of that because first of all, you know how they got over there. They got over there. Same thing they did in Brazil. They
right.
whitewashed this area and made them turn into Morocco and call them Arab country. No, I wouldn't want to be in the middle of them. No, they don't like black people.
But not just that. Is you're also a woman.
No, yes, you're right. All the rules and craziness that goes on in those countries, I wouldn't want to be in the midst of them. It's either I go to Ghana, Senegal, Mali,
Yeah,
Cameroon,
I'll
Nigeria.
stay sub-Sahara. I'll do
Yes,
sub-Saharan Africa. Yeah, I'm not
yes,
to visit North Africa, yes. To live
of
in
course,
North Africa,
yes.
not doing it. Not doing it. Absolutely not. Not for me.
No,
You know?
I wouldn't do that. No, I would want to be where my people at.
Yeah, absolutely. So I
I'm
would
not
do
gonna lie
like
to you, they're
sub-Saharan.
not my people
But
because
look at this. Let's look at another building. Let's see here. This is another low cost building solution. It's even cheaper than buying this, but the cone set is really good. But if you're not into cone set houses, this one is labor intensive, but it's much cheaper. You could build a home, literally a huge, huge, huge house, maybe 5,000 square foot. You
I
could
say
probably build this for
garage.
like,
Is that a garage I'm looking at?
yeah, that was a garage. This one is labor intensive, but you could get this done for like $2,000 $3,000.
Oh my goodness! Come on, guys, we have to go to Africa.
You can literally get this built for like $2,000 $3,000, something like this, because it's earth bag. The people just have to know how to build with that style, you know. So really think about it. Really think about it. You know.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're beautiful. I would not mind at all. I would not mind at all. What do they do those housing?
Oh, this is earth bag. They are building this all over the planet. They're really easy to
Okay.
build. Yeah. What you need is you need the rice. You know the rice bags.
Yes.
You just need a plot of land, the rice bags, some chicken wire, and some and dirt, and that's it.
What?
But and then you just lay it on top of each other. You can literally build a house like this. I mean, minus the roof, but you can literally build a house like this in Africa for like $5,000.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah,
Until you
nope.
get on your feet and do something bigger if you want to.
Yeah, and look
Like
at this. This
start,
is an
you
earth back
go
home
ahead
as
and get
well.
that situated, and then you go on about your business. Take care of your business, make sure your business is working. But I will tell you, you don't want to leave the United States and to go find these little people, their little nursing job. I mean, the straight little job. You don't want to leave America. I mean, if you're going with your young kids, that's okay because that's where they grew up. They got to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, let's say I got a 15-year-old. If I go with her, of course, when she graduate high school, she gonna want to work. And if of course she gonna get a degree, she gonna want to work as a school teacher or nurse.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
different. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if I get up and go, I want to go at least with a little pocket change, so that I can open a business and make
That's
that
right.
business work, and so I can do better and help the community.
Yeah, but the most important thing is before you decide to do a business there, you really have to go and study your market. But
Absolutely.
your concept for the diasporan aging homes, that's gonna sell. All you gotta do is you just gotta get a good plot of land in the right place. You just gotta build your facility and get your security, and you're good to go. You understand what I'm saying? But
Yes.
like, so what you're doing is a really, really, really good concept. It may be a little bit difficult for Africans to catch on with this because Africans take care of their elderly. You
At home,
understand?
but when
Yeah.
you but if you, for instance, if you, for instance, have in the state, you working in the state, you're not
Uh,
ready to move back home yet, but you got an
yeah.
elderly parent, you know your
Yeah.
elderly parent is in a safe place. And also, if you got
Exactly.
Black American parent, that over there, and the children are doing back and forth, and they I
Exactly.
leave my mom at this nursing home, at this uh nursing assistant, okay,
Yeah.
and then she gonna be taken care of until they come back. So it'll
Right.
be
Right.
like
Right.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so that's what you're doing. And so what you got to do is you really got to work on building a network. Whereas for me, I'm doing a couple of things. One, I want to see, um, let me ask a question in the chat room. Is anyone in the chat room African tonight? Is any Africans tonight who's tried my herbal bath? I have clients in America, I have clients in Europe, I have clients in the Caribbean, Latin America. Anyone in the chat room, African, who's tried my herbal bath? Because what I want to do is I really want to take it to the continent.
I really want you to push for that, for the
Yeah, yeah,
simple
yeah,
reason, for the simple fact that a generation is they're dying. They're in the 60s and
yeah,
70s and 80s right now. They're
yeah,
dying.
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
new
yeah.
generation, they don't even know how to go get they don't even know how to
A,
pick a
a twig
tender
from the tree. Yeah, they
from the
don't.
tree to go.
They don't. Okay, so Fearless, what African country are you from? What African country are you from? Okay, so Fearless Maluba tried the bath because Adama. Okay, great. Adama is African as well. So I have, yeah, because I do know I have some African people. So what do you guys think about me getting this product into the African market? Okay, Fearless. So Fearless, what do you think about the bath? Fearless, are you African? If you are, what country in Africa did you come from? And what do you think about me taking the herbal bath to Africa? Okay, so Fearless, her dad is from Congo. She tried the bath. What do you think about the bath, Fearless Maluba? And do you think it will sell in the on the African continent? And Adama, what do you think as well? Adama is African heritage, tried the bath. What do you think about me taking the bath to the African continent? Because that's what I want to do. I want to get it into the African markets. I have reviews. I have reviews. I just have to. I'm working on fixing and updating the website to have the views show on the website. So I'm asking you guys, what do you guys think? And I'm launching the. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to mention the on Facebook. Okay, you guys, I almost forgot to mention. Go to Facebook and like Soak in Serenity Herbal Bath Powder. Soak in Serenity Herbal Bath Powder. So Jane says baths can sell, but tell them it will attract rich men. Okay, so Stella said I'm encouraging you to sell it in Africa. Guys, go to Facebook. When you go to Facebook, so go search Soak in Serenity on Facebook. Soak in Serenity Herbal Bath Powder and like the page. Okay, soak in serenity. Okay, so Fearless said, I love the herbal bath and I believe that you'll be successful in the African market because you created a brand that is marketable there. So that's what I want to do. So I really
Exactly.
want,
It'll be like from
yeah,
Africa. Yeah,
yeah, that's where it
yeah.
came from.
And
So that I'm kind of reintroducing it back into the continent, you know? Yeah,
yes, because my sister, one of our,
yeah,
because I'm from the Caribbean.
uh huh,
I know the importance, and I'm a nurse.
yes,
Trust me. What I'm saying, any one from the Caribbean or Africa can attest to that. Even if
yes,
they're in the medical field,
yes,
we have lost our tradition.
yeah,
We've lost our heritage. We need to
absolutely.
bring that back. Our
Yes.
elders
Yes.
are dying, and they're not writing any book for us. So
Yeah.
now, if we don't do that, if we don't do something like that, the next thing you know, we're gonna be popping everything. We popping pill. That's what's killing the white America and Europe and America. They got the suicide
Yeah.
against them. They got opioid against them. They got uh, so much things against them. Fertility
Yeah. Yeah.
against them.
Yeah.
But imagine if they didn't have the opioid. What do you think
Yeah.
they get the
Yeah.
opioid? They get
Right.
is
Right.
prescription and non-prescription.
Right.
Majority
They
of them are prescription.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Prescription
right.
drug kill more people than street drugs.
That's right.
But if we go back to our tradition, it'll
I'm
be
listening
much
to you.
better.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm
Guys,
encouraging you, and
everyone who's in
I pray that your audience encourages you completely.
so guys, you can also please go to the Facebook page, Soak in Serenity Herbal Bath Powder on Facebook, and the website is black sunrise.com. Go to Facebook at Soak in Serenity Herbal Bath Powder. Like the page. If you need to make a purchase from Facebook, please send me a message from the page, from the Soak in Serenity Herbal Bath page, and I'll get back to you. Okay? So, someone said here, it will work. There are a lot of sick people in Gambia. Marie said, I love the fragrance of your herbal bath. Can you create a line of oils of the same fragrance? You see, this is why I kind of want to get into the African market because I want to do the soap. I want to make a soap, which I already worked on. I want to make a soap from the herbs, like a Castile soap. Okay. I want to make a soap and shampoo from the herbs, and also seasonings for food. Okay, so a spice, urban spice seasonings as well. So these are some of the things that I want to do. But again, I need to get, I really need to get that. Okay, and if the native Africans have the African tradition, they hide it because they get shamed for not praising white Jesus. That is the truth.
Yes.
Fearless says the fragrance of the herbal bath is very fragrant and is the aroma of kings and queens. It is
Yeah.
the smell of the herbal bath is incredible. This is so why I'm studying aromatherapy. It's going to take people like Renetta and your guests to pull all the native Africans back to the African traditions. I'll tell you
We
this.
got to. We
Africans
got
have
to.
been shunned. Africans are being shunned for their history and knowledge of herbs, but no one shuns the Indians for their Ayurvedic medicine. They call them brilliant. No one shuns the Chinese for their Chinese herbal medicine. They call them brilliant. But Africans are they're so brainwashed by these religions to believe everything they do is bad. Everything they do is bad. The Indians have Ayurvedic medicine. The Chinese have Chinese herbal medicine. The Africans have African herbal medicine. But the Africans have been indoctrinated with white Jesus and white Muhammad to believe that herbs are evil. Okay? And
Mm.
that has to stop. That
Mhm.
has to
Oh
stop.
yeah,
You
definitely.
know, and that's one of the things, it's interesting because one of the things Dinah said that he wanted to do is that he wanted to work on building his religion and work on building the houses of worship for his religion. And I hope that when he
I
does
would
do
love to go.
that,
I would love to go in that sense.
oh, and
I would.
when he
I
does
would
that,
love.
I hope that when he does that, that he incorporates the herbal culture into it. That is imperative.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Indians have their Ayurvedic medicine and the Chinese have maintained Chinese herbal medicine. Why is it that it's great when the Indians do it? It's great when the Chinese do it, but it's witchcraft when Black Africans do it. Guys, come on, man. Stop buying the propaganda.
We are so conditioned. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous. I remember when my mom, when I had my oldest boy,
Yeah.
and he had a lot of colic. You know, he was kept on aching, cramping, and all that.
Oh,
And my mother, because when you leave the hospital, your mother, they will tell you don't give the baby water. Although don't.
oh
And then you
yeah.
wake one of the things that they do in the hospital that you don't do in the Caribbean. Finish, give birth, and go keep drinking ice water. Hey,
Yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. But you know what that's for, right?
yes,
They do it to tighten the tighten back up the uterus.
the ice water.
Yep.
Well, in the Caribbean,
And
they,
eating all that ice.
but in the Caribbean, they would often, like in the hospital, they would go ahead and give them the ice water. But in the Caribbean, they wait a while before you get the ice water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can give them. Yeah. You can give it to them right away.
Yeah,
But you notice pregnant women, they're always eating a ton of ice.
yes.
Yeah,
So
because it
what happened
tightens the
was
muscle.
my mom took no, not nutmeg.
Uh huh.
She took a nutmeg. She took three garlic, and she roasted on the pot on the stove. She roasted and roasted and like a little portion of the nutmeg, and
Uh
she
huh.
took the little three garlic and roasted. I mean, roasted until it was golden brown, and she
Right.
mashed it down, and she drained it and let my son drink the water. Girl,
Wow.
my all the green stuff come out, all the green.
The
And
mucus.
yes, and if she did not do that, I could be going to the hospital with him for like 2, 3 weeks in a row, and they would know, oh, he's okay. But look, we got to go back to our stuff.
You know what we do in the Caribbean for that?
Mm.
Right in the center of the head, right
Yeah,
here, Kettly, in the
yeah,
center
yeah.
of the head,
Uh
they
huh.
pour coconut oil, real
Uh
coconut oil, real
huh.
coconut oil,
Yes, yes, yes,
real coconut oil,
yes,
right here,
yes. Uh huh.
and that brings down all the mucus.
We got. I
But
mean, I'm a firm believer.
but real coconut oil, not
Yes.
you know you know.
I'm a firm believer of
Oh
my
yeah,
because I grew up in Haiti. I know how important it was for my family to always go and run into the bush.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it was very important for us to that. We don't play when it comes. Listen, we don't play when it comes to going to the bush. Huh.
oh yeah, oh
You
yeah.
get your bat like they'll put the water in the middle of they'll take the water and put the water in the middle of the street, like in the sun for the sun to
Right.
direct the noon sun
Yeah,
for it to
yeah,
fall
yeah.
right in
To
that
kill.
bucket
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
take
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
leaves
To
and put
kill
all
it.
the leaves in the water until you
Yeah,
come and take a bath. And then when you go and take a bath and they'll hold you like that, they'll hold you with one hand.
yeah,
You know, that's what I'm used to. Like
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
can't
yeah,
do it
yeah,
right
yeah.
now in the States. They won't say this lady crazy,
Child
she does
abuse.
witchcraft. She
Yeah,
psycho.
yeah, 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 yeah. But
But
you know what's
I grew up
funny?
with that. I was a firm believer of that.
But you know what's funny? If the Chinese did it,
You're not lying.
it's Chinese medicine. If
You're
the
not lying. It's
Indians do
good.
it,
Good as
it's
gold.
Ayurvedic medicine. If the Africans do it, it's witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
You
And
know,
you got
that's
your
how it
own
is.
African. You got your own African.
Oh
Just
yes,
like
oh
just like how
yes,
they make us
yes.
scared of black men in the United States.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was younger,
yeah,
I would see a black person, I would clench into my purse.
yeah,
Because we were
yeah.
conditioned to do that. I'll be in the
Yes,
elevator, I
yes,
see a black man,
yes,
I would clench. They make it so hard. They are so good at it where you
yes.
even hit your
Oh
you
yes.
believe into the myth that they're spreading around.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's but it's a new generation, and
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
have to do,
yes,
is
yes,
we have to make it very clear.
yes,
Indians have Ayurvedic medicine and it's respected. The Chinese have Chinese herbal medicine and it's respected. The Africans have African bush medicine and it will be respected. That's it.
yes,
That's it.
yes.
Why is it that ours is called witchcraft, but theirs is called medicine? That has to change. You know?
And it starts with us. We're the young because our parents are going. Our parents gone. They're not here. Or they're on the verge of going. But it's us in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s and 50s and
Yeah.
up
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
holds
yeah,
into
yeah.
the banners.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. So there's a lot of movement. So that's some of the things that I want to do. And that's I hope that Kettly, you and I, we get to go to Nigeria together.
Most definitely.
Yeah, or some country in Africa. We're
Yeah.
gonna go. Yeah,
Because we
so
have
we're
to
gonna.
show them. You're from the Caribbean, I'm from the Caribbean. We have to let them
Yeah,
know and show them if it
yeah,
can
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
done, if we
We
can
can do
do it,
it.
they
Yeah,
can do it. They need to stop,
yeah,
stop working, stop messing your back on working as a CNA for the rest of your life and
Yeah.
when you retire, you can't even make no money. Stop
Yeah.
pushing that cart.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you go to work, they'll give you so much patience, it's ridiculous. And you gotta you gotta do treatment, you
Yeah.
gotta give medication, you gotta
Yeah.
hang IVs, you gotta chart, you
Yep.
got so much to do.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. 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 When do you
you can't
take?
do that. No,
When do you take time for yourself? When do you take
exactly.
time for yourself? So
Yeah, so I'm gonna make
we're
my
gonna
little
plan.
US dollar. I'm gonna
Yep.
make it work in Africa.
Girl,
That's it.
you and I are gonna plan a trip. Girls
Yeah,
trip. You and I are gonna
yes.
plan a trip. We're gonna vlog the
And we
whole
have to
trip.
come back and give them report.
Oh yeah, no, no, we're gonna be vlogging from there.
Okay.
We're gonna be vlogging from there. We'll hook
Okay.
up with diners. We'll hook up with diners, but you and
Yes,
I
yes.
are on a girls. We're
And
gonna
you know
hook up with
Dinah's got
diners
our back.
and eat in the village with diners.
Yeah, oh yeah, Dinah's got our back.
Some
He's gonna be happy.
stew,
He's gonna be very happy.
some stew
He's
agouti
gonna be
with
very
some stew
happy.
wild meat. Oh, he'd be happy to have you eat some wild meat in the bush.
Yes,
You know, but after we leave diners, we're gonna do a girls trip, and we're gonna do
yes,
some vlogging in Nigeria. Yeah.
yes.
All right,
We have
guys. Well,
we have the young people. Africa is developing. Africa is modernizing. The Chinese right now, they play some kind of crazy game with Africa, which is in Africa's benefit right now. We don't know what's going to happen in the future,
right.
but for now, if Africa is winning, it's a win-win for Africa. So don't kill yourself in America's stolen land or in Europe cave. If you're in the Europe cave, make a way to get out the cave because the cave is meant for Neanderthals. It wasn't meant for human. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be disrespectful to your
No,
channel,
that's okay. But we
but
gotta.
sometimes that's how I
One of the
talk.
things we're gonna. No, that's all right, girl. Girl, listen.
Because
Go watch my
America's
videos.
stolen land. Listen, they don't want to pay reparation. They don't want to respect you. The black civilization. They don't want to respect it. You've built literally built this country. Okay,
No,
they
no,
don't want
no,
to
no, no, no,
acknowledge
no.
it, and then they want
Correction.
us
No, no,
to
no, no,
fight.
no. Let's correct that. Blacks built from Canada all the way down to Chile
Yes. Okay. Yes.
and the Caribbean.
And the Caribbean. Yes.
Because people think it's just the United States that was
No. No. No.
built.
No. No.
No,
No. No. No.
it
No.
was
You're right.
Canada,
You're right.
the United States, all of
Yes.
the Caribbean, all of Central America, and all
Yes.
of South America that was
Yes.
built by black people.
Yes, and yet they don't
All
want to
of
give
it.
us any respect. Yes, and they,
Okay?
we're getting treated like animal in this country has more respect than us. So we need to go back home, and then they have a rhetoric of saying that African don't like Black American
That's a lie.
and Black American don't like African. That is not true. I don't know one African people that I've met that would tell you it's okay. We're brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
Loretta and I, we're just creating a friendship. She might see something in me that I don't like, that she don't like. I might see something in her that I don't like. You see what I'm saying? But there's no way on earth I'm gonna hate on Loretta because she is black or because she's from Trinidad and I'm from Haiti. I cannot do that. So Black
Right.
American, there's no way listen, any black anywhere tell you they hate you because you Black American, slap them in the mouth. Slap them in the mouth. And the same thing too for African. You from Africa, you from the Caribbean. The black might have a little crazy thing that they don't really have too much education on that they don't like you about. They don't like you for. But to say they don't like you because you're from Africa, no, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. So we have
No,
to
it's
put our
not.
differences away aside. Don't let our book stuff differentiate us, and so we can unite because this fight we have to win it. Too many people have paved the
Absolutely.
way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sharing the link to the Soak in Serenity Facebook page. I want everyone to like this video and then go to the Facebook page, like the Facebook page for Soak in Serenity. Leave your comments there. Everyone who's purchased the bath for Soak in Serenity, leave your comments on that page in Soak in Serenity. If you want to contact me through the Messenger app, contact me in the Messenger app only about the product. Okay? So please, everyone who's tried the bath, I left the link for Soak in Serenity. Go there, like the page, like this video. So, is there anything in closing you'd like to say? Tell everyone the name of your channel again so they can support you. Number two, we are going to Nigeria together. Okay? Guys, let me tell you a joke, okay? So I have been having this desire to go to Namibia. for months. I want to go to the deserts in Namibia. Okay, for months. So I finally had someone to go to Namibia with me. And we were planning to go to Namibia, right? So the funniest thing happens. The person sends me a message, and I thought on my end they wanted to go somewhere else. Okay, so I thought they didn't want to go to Namibia anymore. So I dropped it, and it so happens that Kettly and I got in contact, and we hit it off right away. And we're like, we're going to Nigeria.
Yes.
Do you know? He calls me back, and he's like, Renetta, no, I still want to go to Namibia. And I'm like, oh shoot, I just dropped Namibia to go to Nigeria. So I'm like, look, I think it's divine. I think it's
Hmm.
divine. I think it's
Yes.
divine. So I
Yes.
said, let's go to Nigeria first, and then
Uh-huh.
I'll go to Namibia after, because
Yes.
Nigeria is going to be what opportunities am I going to have in Nigeria if there's
Yes.
any? And
Yes.
then I'm going to go Namibia, and Namibia is just where I could just bug out, chill out, lay in the sand in the desert near the
But we
beach
gotta go
and
take
watch
care
the
of business
stars.
in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got to see what opportunities are there. Any opportunities in Nigeria? Is it possible? Is it not possible? We got to see.
Yes.
If it is, great. If it's not, that's it. But we got to go see.
Africa
But
is
one
big,
thing we're
honey.
gonna do,
Listen, if
one
we
thing
can
we're
make it
gonna
happen in the
do,
state, we can make it
one
happen
thing
in
we
Africa.
oh, we're gonna make it happen. But one thing we are going to do is we are going to make connections.
Oh
We
yes,
are going there to make connections. So that's what we're
definitely.
gonna do. So
Yes.
I think it was I don't know why, I didn't really have any desire to go to Nigeria. And it's just the plans to Namibia just fell through. She calls me up. She's like, just like, let's go to Nigeria. I'm like, okay, we're going to Nigeria. And then he calls me back like, I still want to go to Namibia. I'm like, I thought you didn't want to go. So I'm like, you know what? Let this go. This is the cosmos doing this. Let's just go with it. So we're gonna go. And if there's nothing in Nigeria, I go to Namibia.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
Namibia is the place for me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's so okay,
Mhm.
so in closing, Kettly just started a YouTube page. Kettly is bubbly, she's vibrant, she's very fun to listen to. She's a great woman, and as you can see, she's a beautiful Haitian woman. I want you guys to go to her channel. Tell us your channel so we can come and support you when you do a live video. And what do you have to say in closing, Kettly?
Yes. The channel is Kettly Charles, Kettly, Charles Charles. And thank you so much for having me. We have to network. We have to stick together. And I would like to also thank your audience. Your audience are amazing. They're responding to you. That's a good sign of showing you that they're supporting you and
Yeah,
they want to take part of the movement. Sometimes you might not be able to go right away. But just for the simple fact that you're uh texting, you're commenting, you're liking the video, you're sharing the video, it is a form of support. It is a form of support. I am very grateful to have your audience, and thank you so much for having me on the show. And you have a wonderful audience. Thank you so
all
much.
right.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's close out. All right, guys. So we did a late night show. I know it's a Monday. Usually the chat room would have been much bigger, but it's Monday and it's late
yeah.
night, and I'm just like, whatever. So, guys, Ketley and I have decided we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna plan a trip to. Let me sit up. We're gonna plan a trip to Nigeria. We're gonna scope out, see if there's any economic activities that we
Opportunity.
can do there. Um, but most importantly, we're going there to make and build relationships and contacts. And I think we're gonna meet. I think we're gonna meet great people. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. And afterwards, maybe guys, we can set up a trip to Namibia. We can go chill out, bug out in the desert in Namibia. No cell phones, no hustle, no bustle, just the Namibia guys. The Namib Desert reaches the Atlantic Ocean. At night, you can see every star in the sky.
Yes.
That is incredible, guys. So
Yes.
after Nigeria, maybe we do a connect where everyone who wants to go on my channel, we go to Namibia. All right, guys. So thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, Miss Kettly. We're gonna be
Thank
doing
you
more of
so
these
much.
shows. All right, sis. Love you guys.
I
Take
love
care
you
of
too.
yourself. Mwah. Peace out.
Bye